Well, I think I'm a much nicer guy than he's portraying. He's making me out to be someone mean and nasty, but I'm not mean or nasty. For a while, it was just a period of tweeting, like, is he even there? They say he's watching Fox and Friends in the morning, sitting there with his triple order of bacon. He loves bacon. But I can't wait to take him on for 4 years, and guys, tell me, who's excited for my inauguration day? Breaking news, Alec Baldwin's Trump impression has officially escaped SNL and is now running wild in real life. The actor has been spotted grocery shopping while using Trump's signature hand gestures and yelling fake news at pigeons in the park. Meanwhile, the real Trump is having a Twitter meltdown that could put a toddler to shame. So the question is Baldwin's impression too good, or has Trump simply become a parody of himself? Let's dive into this orange-tinted comedy crisis, but before we do, can I ask you for a small favor? If you enjoy this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference for us. Did you hit that subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Alright, folks, gather around for the tale of how Alec Baldwin became the Trump whisperer we never knew we needed. Picture this, it's 2016. Baldwin is just chilling at home, probably practicing his best "you're fired" in the mirror, when his phone rings. It's the big shots at Saturday Night Live, and they've got an offer crazier than Trump's hair on a windy day. Alec, how would you like to play Donald Trump? They ask. Baldwin's first reaction: a big, fat nope. He later described it as feeling like a scene straight out of a mental hospital. He's getting the wig put on, sitting there, shaking his head, muttering, Gina. Gina, and then, in an interview, Alec himself said, he's playing you to make your dream come true. Trump's reaction? Well, thank you for coming. I'd like to start by answering the question on everyone's mind. Yes, this is real life. This is actually happening. Baldwin would rather eat a bowl of orange peels than impersonate the guy who thinks he's God's gift to Twitter. But SNL keeps pushing harder than Trump on a world leader's handshake. Baldwin sits there, scratching his head, thinking, do I really want to be the guy making fun of the dude with access to the nuclear codes? It's like choosing between a rock and a very orange, very hard place. But after some back and forth that probably lasted longer than Trump's attention span, Baldwin finally caves. He figures it's just a one-time gig, like one of Trump's marriages. Oh, sweet summer child. Baldwin shows up for his first rehearsal, and let me tell you, it's like watching a cat try to bark. He's fumbling, struggling to get that signature Trump pout just right. It's as awkward as Trump at a spelling bee, but then, something magical happens. Like Baldwin swallowed a bottle of spray tan and a thesaurus. At first, they thought the impression would last for 3 shows in the fall. After all, there was no way Trump was going to win, and then, he won. Baldwin recalls lying in bed that night thinking, oh no. But he had to nail the character. To Baldwin, Trump is someone who's always searching for a stronger, better word. I am so excited to live in the White House, Baldwin as Trump says. I'm even going to have a little pet, like all the presidents do. Bill Clinton had socks. Barack Obama had Bo. And just like that, Baldwin channels his inner Trump like a political medium. He's got the hand gestures down. The weird way Trump stands, like a centaur without back legs, and the voice. Oh, that voice, it's like listening to a foghorn with a New York accent. Before you can say Kofefi, Baldwin's impression goes viral. It spreads faster than fake news on Facebook. Suddenly, Baldwin is the king of fake Trump. The emperor of alternative facts. People love it, maybe even more than Trump loves himself. And that's saying something. Folks are quoting Baldwin's Trump more than the real one. It's like we've entered some bizarre alternate reality where the fake president makes more sense than the actual one. Baldwin's not just doing an impression anymore. He's become America's Trump translator. He's taking Trump's word salad and turning it into something people can actually understand, like he has a degree in Trumpanese. But here's the kicker. Baldwin starts to realize this isn't just a gig anymore. It's not just about making people laugh, though, let's face it, we needed those laughs more than Trump needs his daily ego boost. No. Baldwin has stumbled onto something much bigger. He's holding up a mirror to America, exposing the absurdity of our political circus, and people are eating it up, like it's the last slice of Trump's favorite chocolate cake. I think I'm a much nicer guy than he's portraying, Trump says again. He's portraying someone very mean and nasty, and I'm not mean or nasty. For a period, Trump just kept tweeting. Watching Fox and Friends in the morning, enjoying his triple order of bacon. He likes bacon. But I cannot wait to give it to that man for 4 years. And guys, tell me, who's excited for my inauguration day? Little does Baldwin know, though, that his success is about to turn his life upside down. It's like he's opened Pandora's box, except instead of evils, out pops a bunch of Trumps, all demanding attention. Baldwin's about to find out that when you play Trump, you might just become him. Trump plays you right back, and let me tell you, that's a game with no winners, only whiners. Well, folks, it looks like our favorite orange-tinted commander-in-chief just couldn't resist taking the bait. While Alec Baldwin was busy perfecting his pouty Trump face, the real Donald was about to give us all a masterclass in presidential meltdowns. Picture this: Trump, nestled in his golden tower, probably wearing silk pajamas with his own face printed on them, flips on the TV, only to see Baldwin doing his best Trump impression. Now, most presidents might chuckle, maybe even tweet a lighthearted joke. But not our Donnie. Oh no, he goes full-on grumpy Trumpy mode. His reaction was about as subtle as a MAGA hat at a Democratic convention. He immediately took to Twitter, his favorite playground for tantrums, and started firing off tweets faster than you can say chief. Instead of ignoring the skit, Trump turned it into a spectacle, proving once again that he just can't help himself. Trump's Twitter tirade didn't have the effect he was hoping for. Instead of shutting down Baldwin's impression, it became the best free publicity SNL could have asked for. Every time Trump ranted about Baldwin, SNL's ratings got a boost, like he had accidentally hit the Make SNL Great Again button. The more Trump raged, the more people tuned in. It was a never-ending cycle of presidential pettiness and late-night laughs, and let's not forget his fanbase. Trump's supporters jumped on the Baldwin-bashing bandwagon faster than you can say fake news, defending their leader's honor as if he were some sort of spray-tan damsel in distress. But here's the thing, all their outrage only made Baldwin's impression more popular. It was the law of unintended consequences, just with more hairspray. Trump forces people to listen to him. I guess we call them government employees. But anyway, there he was, scrolling through his phone in his boxers and bathrobe, watching the news and firing off tweets like a man possessed. Meanwhile, Baldwin's impressions stopped being just an act, it became a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Somehow, Trump had turned himself into Baldwin's best PR agent. Who knew the road to high ratings was paved with presidential Twitter tantrums, every misspelled insult, every all-caps rant, it was all comedy gold. Trump was practically writing SNL's material for them. The more he fumed, the deeper Baldwin went into the orange rabbit hole. What started as a simple impression became a full-time job, and now Baldwin's feeling the effects. The man who's made America laugh with his spot-on Trump impersonation is starting to feel a little orange. No, it's not just the makeup. He's spent so much time pretending to be Trump that he started to lose himself in the role. It's like a weird political twilight zone where he can't tell where Trump ends and he begins. Even Baldwin himself admits it's messing with his head. He's caught himself mimicking Trump's mannerisms off-camera. His family is starting to worry. Imagine sitting down for a nice family dinner, and suddenly, Dad is talking about building a wall around the mashed potatoes, but it gets weirder. Baldwin has been spending hours in front of the mirror, perfecting Trump's facial expressions and speech patterns. At this point, you have to wonder who's impersonating who. He says it's like trying to make sense of a drunk toddler's rambling. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty spot-on description of Trump's speeches. The poor guy can't even order a cup of coffee without slipping into his Trump persona. Picture this: Alec Baldwin walks into a Starbucks, and instead of just asking for a latte, he goes full Trump, I want the best coffee. Nobody makes coffee like me. It's going to be huge. Can you imagine the barista's face? They're probably wondering whether to call security or ask for an autograph. But here's where it gets really freaky. Baldwin starts questioning his own identity. Is he playing Trump, or is Trump playing him? It's like some twisted version of Inception, but instead of dreams within dreams, it's Trumps within Trumps. Mind-bending stuff, right? And it's not just in his head. Every time Trump tweets something outrageous, which, let's face it, is pretty much every day, Baldwin feels compelled to respond in character. It's like he's trapped in this never-ending cycle of Trump tweets and Trump impressions. The guy can't catch a break now. I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't he just stop? Well, it's not that simple. Baldwin's Trump impression has become such a hit that it's practically a full-time job. Every time Trump does something crazy, which, again, is pretty much every day, people turn to Baldwin for a comedic translation. He's like America's Trump decoder ring, breaking down all the confusion into something we can actually understand, but all this Trumping is taking its toll. Baldwin's tried everything to de-Trump himself: yoga, meditation, probably even smashing a few pumpkins to get rid of all that orange energy. But it's no use. He's dreaming in tweets, waking up with an urge to build walls around his bed. His reflection in the mirror is looking suspiciously orange. And, wait, is that a comb-over starting to form? It's like Baldwin is living in some bizarre political version of The Mask. Except instead of turning into a green-faced Jim Carrey, he's turning into an orange-faced, small-handed tweeting machine. Someone should really check if his mirror is whispering, "Somebody stop me." At this point, Baldwin's Trump impression isn't just a funny SNL sketch anymore, it's become a full-blown political phenomenon. Who would have thought that a guy with a bad wig and an orange spray tan would become America's go-to source for making sense of the Trump presidency? And it's not just a comedy thing anymore. People are actually looking to Baldwin for political insights. Imagine tuning into a talk show expecting to see him promoting his latest movie, only to find him discussing foreign policy as Trump. It's like we've entered a parallel universe where reality TV stars become presidents and comedians become political pundits. Oh wait, that's just our world now. Baldwin's impression has become so iconic that people are starting to see his version of Trump when they look at the real one. He's practically rewired our brains. The line between reality and satire is blurrier than Trump's vision without his reading glasses. And get this, Baldwin even wrote a whole book as Trump. Because apparently, we didn't have enough Trump content in our lives already. The book was a hit, proving that people are hungry for more of Baldwin's take on the Trump circus. But here's where it gets really weird: Baldwin's impression has become a kind of political Rosetta Stone for the public. It's helping people process the craziness of real-life politics. When Trump tweets something particularly bonkers at 3 a.m., people aren't waiting for news analysts to break it down anymore. They're waiting for Baldwin to put on the wig and explain it in a way that actually makes sense, like a game of orange telephone. Trump says something, Baldwin translates it on SNL. People start quoting Baldwin's version more than the original. It's political satire inception, and we're all living in it, but all this influence comes with a price. Baldwin is caught between two worlds, the world of comedy and the world of political commentary. He's facing an identity crisis that would make Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde look well-adjusted. Is he just an actor playing a role, or has he become some kind of accidental political figure?